get back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Up the middle they go. Carney trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down. Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing Nix. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. honestly, something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now Mahomes going to shift him around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Mahomes will do it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. We can look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Nix from the shotgun. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Nix. And Owen coughed it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take kick over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Partner on my spot.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Now a give, right side. Carney. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
In motion, the tight end.
15. Hey, 43, 15.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. Gets past one man. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The Broncos have 13-3 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hold on a sec.
Here's Nix. He gets his split of the hands of Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 14.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Carney. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
69 yards rushing for it as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Mahomes now to throw.
He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mahomes going to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Once more with Harvey.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hold my set. Ready. Ready.
Now it's Nix.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Ready.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ready.
Harvey will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Nix to the air.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Luntz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
That shoves him off at the 20. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. To throw is Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Courtland Sutton. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
They'll go play action with Nix. And
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Second down and a little more than a yard here. On play action, it's Mahomes. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Finding Gray on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
On first down, Carney. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Mahomes. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Flowers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Nick's going to give to Hardy. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, here's Nix. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing Nix. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Ready.
And they'll run it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 13. Nick's going to keep this himself.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down.
On play action, here's Nix. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Lutz is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a 2nd and 6.
In motion comes the tight end left. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Here we go on fourth down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Nick Bonito. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they do.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Hold on a sec.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton from 6 yards away. And the Broncos get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Broncos 31, Chiefs 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. And Mahomes will do it himself. Powers through. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Here's 1st down.
Hey, 43.
At the 45-yard line.
Mahomes. Throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
Mahomes will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That's caught right side by Worthy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Denver, they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign. And this is a